So what made you decide, like, hey, Tommy's leaving, you know, is this my chance? I want to come back. I want to.
It was quite funny actually, because me and Marie, my wife, and of course Luke, my son, and we celebrated New Year's Eve together with Per and his wife Anna. And they came here like 3 minutes before midnight. So we were like, will they make it? Yeah, all right, Happy New Year. And then we had a couple of beers, and a couple of beers became a couple more beers. And we kept on going like until 5, 6 in the morning. Luckily, we had a babysitter. And it was in the air. It was, you know, I said this somewhere, that we were listening to this song by Scorpions, "The Best Is Yet to Come."
Mm-hmm.
And the chorus goes something like, how is that now again? Yeah, well, I don't remember exactly, but I remember the line. We were kind of drunk, and it went something like this: how can I live without you? And we were like looking into each other's eyes, and we knew. So
that's
the highs and
really
lows.
romantic.
It is. in a weird way, you know, but it wasn't that much. I didn't have to think about it that much, because things, I mean, my son is 5 now. His favorite band is Sabaton. I mean, when I left the band, it was it looked completely different for me privately. It was like we wanted to have a kid, and then you know how it is with kids when they're toddlers and all that. You want to be home. You want to be there. And during all these years, for me, being home, being together with Luke and the family, the band has grown immensely for 8 years.
Yeah.
So, which means that we won't be away that much anymore like we used to. Like 1 year, I think it was in 14 or 15, we were away 270 days that year.
Wow.
I went to the wrong building when I came home from a tour, and Marie was standing on the balcony on the other one. Hey, this is where we live. Okay. So, I mean, now it's a completely different thing, and everybody in the band has their own family. So
yeah,
it's like, let's do this until we're 85 years old. You know, now it's like just an open road.
Yeah.
It's real normal too for bands to like record remotely and trade tracks that way over the internet now too. So I'm sure you guys can develop your songs remotely and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, everything is so much more convenient nowadays than it was like back in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah. Okay, Toby, here we go. So I found the lyrics for you.
All right.
I had them up. I wish you would have told me.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah.
Oh, you have them up. I taught you how to sing. You taught me everything I know, and then it goes and then it goes to the chorus, or keeping me forever young, and the best is yet to come. Don't look now, the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
You
can interpret that any way you like, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys have to play that as your like going to stage song, or like an intro to on your next tour or something.
Well, it's a little bit too slow song to be on a Sabaton intro or something.
Just for everybody else too that's out there, I'm for hire if you want birthday parties or anything like that after you heard me sing that.
He looks better in makeup.
Yeah.
I believe so.
So after you guys had that New Year's kind of, I don't want to say love fest, but
yeah,
you know, kind of get that together, you just decided that was, I'm going to do this.
No, it wasn't just, that was the moment when I realized that, something inside of me told me that if the question comes,
Yeah.
yes, of course, I belong to Sabaton. That's my family, that's my best friends. So it was just, everything kind of dawned on me. Of course, yes. If the question comes, I'll say yes.
Yeah.
And I think it was a week later, we had a birthday party for Loke, and me and Joachim had been writing a song that's going to be on this new album. And he just texted me a couple of days before. It was a Sunday. And he was like, "Are you going to be home Sunday? Because, I'm just coming by." I was like, yeah, of course. Just come by. I'll put on some coffee and like that. And I thought it was that we were going to go through some details in that song and just do we change this or that? And because he usually always kind of writes or tells me what's going to happen when he comes, if it's just let's drink coffee and talk bullshit, or if it's something. And I was like, why didn't he say what his plans are? That's a little odd, because for being him, so, but I didn't think more about that. And then he came, and we sat there drinking coffee, and he was like, we talked about something, and then he was like, "By the way, how do you feel about putting those camo pants back on?" And I was like, all right, so here is the question. It actually came like 1 week later.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit shocked. I didn't take anything for granted. I mean, maybe they had somebody else, because I stepped away almost 8 years ago. So I never took anything for granted that they would even ask me. I was like, if they ask me, I'm going to be super happy and I will say yes. So, but then the question came, and for me, it was like, we had a long talk about, how things are today compared to back in 16, and all that, where Sabaton is today is it's another. It's like a lot of stuff has happened during the 8 years I've been away.
Yeah.
So I was like, I told him, let me think about it and I'll call you. And I just talked to my wife for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I called him. Hey man, I'm in.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was it. And it was really emotional. And then Chris and Hannes called, and we were like schoolgirls, like, oh, I'm coming home.
Nice.
Yeah.